All right. So thank you so much for joining us today. So I'm Kat and I have Stacy with me. So she's going to be answering your questions in chat. I can also answer them as well. So feel free as we go to type in your questions and send them along. Everybody will be able to see them. Once this is concluded, you will automatically be sent a link so you can rewatch this if you choose to. So you'll have that in your email inbox. All right, so let's begin here. So let me give you some background. So a couple weeks ago, we sent out a survey to get your opinion on certain aspects of My Petty's Local's newest feature, the Store Locator. So before I get started, this feature isn't live yet. We're still developing certain aspects of it, and those developments are related very strongly to the responses that we got for this survey. So let's start with what is My Petty's Local to begin with. So the main goals of My Petty's Local is we want to lure pet owners away from large big box stores and massive online retailers. So to do this, we're going to be teaming up with our brand partners, also rescues and shelters, because sharing the love is going to be a part of this. And we're all going to conduct social media campaigns. We're going to have live events and more. So it's a very flexible program. And as it grows, we're going to develop new ways to promote it. Another goal is we want to demonstrate the benefits of shopping locally within the community. So frequent buyer and offer savings are immense. And I think a lot of consumers don't necessarily understand how much of a benefit they see if they continuously shop at your store and redeem a frequent buyer card. The savings there is far greater than they will see if they, shop online or shop at a big box store. There's also many, many high quality products. So working in pet retail myself, I converted a lot of people to incorporating raw foods into their pets' diets, and they saw massive benefits from that, in the pet's overall health, behavior. It stopped frequent trips to the vet, things like that. Your staff is also extremely knowledgeable because you provide training. The brands that you work with provide training, and you also host really fun events. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to this. So it's going to be a showcase place where we can highlight these benefits to pet owners. We also want to help new pet owners who have recently adopted a pet connect with a neighborhood shop who is sharing the love. So they'll be able to apply a filter to the Store Locator to find retailers in their area that are subscribed to this platform. We're also adding a merch store to raise money for sharing the love for the savings fund. So pet owners can purchase limited run artist design clothing, accessories, and soon we're going to have a way for you to brand these items with your store's name. We're going to provide ways for Astro retailers like you guys to make yourselves as appealing as possible to new customers. So all of these add-ons, including the Store Locator themselves, are optional and they do not generate any Astro fees. And I'm sorry, I'm going to try to go as slow as possible speaking because we just had a crazy storm, so that could be affecting the audio. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're going to jump into the survey results. All right, so the first question that we asked was, what do you think about the Store Locator? So let's just start with that. So the Store Locator itself is something that you can opt into that will display your My Astro landing page to pet owners in your area that are looking to shop locally. Anyway, so yes, we wanted to know if you loved it or if you weren't sure about it, if you hated it, all of that. So loved it, we got a 78% response. Not sure was a 17%, not interested was 1%, and other was 5%. Now, I will say some of the others, they did actually say yes. So I didn't factor those guys into the percentage, but I just kept the numbers exactly as they came through. So the big question here is, what does this mean for My Petty's Local? Because honestly, we based a lot of this on like how we were going to proceed with y'all's response here. Like if there was, let's say, for instance, a ton of people that said not interested, then there was an excellent chance that we would have scrapped the whole project. Because for one, like I said, we want this to be for you, and we're not going to, make something that y'all don't like. So what does this mean for My Petty's Local? It means that My Petty's Local is go for launch, which is awesome. And this is my excuse to add space cats, so you're welcome. All right, so the next question is, would you like to offer a new customer discount? So a new customer is different from a new pet owner. So a new pet owner is somebody that, it qualifies for sharing the love because they just adopted a new pet and they're possibly a new or first-time pet owner. A new customer is somebody that is completely new to your store. They've never shopped with you before. Now, this particular discount would be something that you would fulfill yourself. So think of it kind of like a custom program on Astro, like if you did a frequent bather program or something. There aren't any brands that are going to compensate you for that. That's basically a way for you to offer additional value to your customers. This is a very similar idea. So, and the cool thing about this is the customer will be able to claim this, but they're only going to be able to redeem it if they come into your store within a certain time frame. So we're thinking 30 days. So they go online, they go to where it says join us, they fill out their information. Their email address is required because we're using that email address to cross-reference our database to make sure that they don't already exist in Astro. If they already have a pet owner account with either your store or somebody else's, we're not going to let them proceed. Okay, so this is only for people that are new to shopping local. If they are able to proceed and complete that account, it's going to be a pet owner account that's associated with your store. So if you have multiple locations on Astro, and let's say they go to your downtown location and they join it, if they're already a customer at any of your stores, they won't be able to make it. If they haven't shopped at any of your stores, they're going to make that pet owner account with your downtown store, and they have to go into the downtown store to redeem that coupon. All right, so they've made their account. You've added a customer discount. They can claim that, and now they can come redeem it. They have 30 days to do that. So the results for this is yes, we got 68% for yes. We had 2% for a yes. So we had some retailers tell us that they already do this on their e-com. So they have e-commerce, and they have, they have like a, something that's integrated with their point of sale so customers can place their orders online and so forth. So we have retailers that tell us that they already do it on e-com, but they've been looking for a way to do it in store. We're not sure. This is 25%, and there were a lot of questions that came up from this. And then we had some that were not interested at all. So we got a 3% response on that, and then other was a 2%. So how do these results affect our plan for an optional discount? So what we decided was to add a feature that will allow you to choose whether or not to offer a customer discount. So this is separate from opting into the Store Locator. So you can opt into the Store Locator and have your store listed on it. And if you choose to, you can also opt into offering the discount, or you can opt out of offering the discount. Okay, so we're giving you an additional choice here. So new customers, they're going to be able to claim this discount when they join your loyalty program via your My Astro webpage on the Store Locator. They have 30 days to redeem that reward upon their first visit to your store. Now, Astro is going to show that discount on their pet owner account that they've already made when they signed up, and it's going to alert the cashier. Okay, so now the cashier can mark that as redeemed in Astro and then apply the discount to their sale. Okay. All right. So now what do you think Now, those that answered yes, we wanted to know what they thought the discount should be. So we're thinking the discount should be appealing enough to attract customers to your store, but not too high to dip into your margins. So this is something to consider when choosing that. All right, so 10% off, we had about 50% people say yes for that. 15, we have 37, 20%, we had 5%, and then other was 8%. Now, some of the other customers, they recommended giving the option to offer something higher, like a 25 or a 30%. So what's the plan for the new customer discount based off of these responses? Because they were pretty varying. So we also decided that you're going to be able to choose the percent discount that you wish to offer. So what that means is you can choose to opt into the store locator. You can choose whether or not to offer a discount. If you choose you want to offer a discount, you can also choose what that discount will be because you're the one that's fulfilling that to your customer. So we plan to give you a choice between 10, 15, or 20. And like I said, we did have a comment where we could also offer the option of maybe 25 or 30. Now you can adjust this discount at any time. The discount will be displayed to the customer when they view your page. All right, so here's some of the questions or some of the responses to some of the questions that came up in this survey. So Sally, let me answer this question real quick. So for those that are not able to see the Q&A, we have a question that will we be able to say what items we want discounted? I'm thinking food and treats only kind of thing. Now, the way that you apply your discount to your sale is up to you. So if you don't normally discount things like services, if let's say you have a dog wash or something like that in your store, and that in your point of sale is set up in such a way where you just don't discount it, then that's totally fine. So we were going around with the idea of rough language that says it's going to be, 10% off, something along those lines, their first purchase at your store. So I know some point of sales are smart enough where you can set up certain inventory items to not have discounts applied to them. Another thing that we are considering is a way for you to type in the terminology, like your terms and conditions, to how this discount will be applied to the sale. So that's another option. So this is some things that we're still playing around with. Now, we do have a way, like for instance, if somebody doesn't put in a description for a program, we do have a way where that will automatically generate, some basic terms and conditions. We don't want somebody to have like just a blank, line. We may make that field required. So we're still working out. Now, we didn't necessarily before, we had no plan we did not plan on giving you an option for the percent off. We were going to see whichever one won, and we're going to pick that one. But since the responses were so varied, we decided to give an option. So that part is still under development, and we're still building that out. So yeah, we will most likely consult you guys on how that will work. All right. So these are the responses to some common questions that came up over the course of the survey. So one thing I want to stress is the Store Locator is completely free for Astro retailers. So if you're a retailer on Astro, and for instance, like you just do offers or you just do frequent buyer, however you're participating on Astro, if you have an Astro account, you can opt into the Store Locator for free. If you opt into the discount, there's no fees, like no Astro fees associated with that. The only thing that would be out of your pocket fulfillment wise would be like what you're discounting the customer. All right. And then brands, shelters, and rescues, they're going to help Astro promote the benefits of shopping local, because honestly, any way that a pet owner can shop locally, it's just going to benefit everyone in the long run. And especially because sharing the love is going to be a pivotal part of this. To help you keep track of new pet owners, or new customers, Astro will generate reports. So you can keep track of these people. So you'll be able to see who went onto your page, your My Astro landing page, and created a new customer account. You're going to see who claimed the discount, and you're going to see who redeemed that discount. So you'll be able to see exactly how successful this is for you. Now, the benefit here is, unlike other types of marketing, like, even, social media marketing, which I love a lot, for getting new customers to come in, you don't have to plunk anything down ahead of time. So you're not having to pay to boost a post, having to pay for an ad campaign or anything like that with uncertainty as to what the results will be. You're not putting anything down. The only time that you're actually giving something is when the customer walked into your store, which is the end goal anyway. So you can use that discount as a way of welcoming them. All right, customers can sign up directly from your My Astro webpage. We actually are calling it the My Astro Landing Page now, so I'll show you that in just a moment. When they click Join Us. A customer cannot create an account if their email address already exists in Astro, and that is anywhere in Astro, whether it's at your store or somebody else's store. Your My Astro webpage only displays programs that are specific to your store. So one of the concerns that came up is, they didn't want, retailers didn't want a customer going to a page that just displayed all of the Astro programs and then having a customer be confused and be like, oh, this store must have, fill in the blank here for brand. That's not true. They're only going to see the programs that your store is enrolled in and the programs that are active. So only your enrolled active offers will be displayed. Each of your locations will have their own unique My Astro webpage. So I know a lot of you guys, you'll have, those of you that have multiple stores, your inventories may vary. So you might have one store downtown that's enrolled in a specific offer or frequent buyer program, but your store uptown is not. So customers that click on a specific store, they're going to see the specific things that store is participating in. Customers who click on one of your enrolled programs will see a pet owner description. So that's different than the description that you see when you enroll in a program. So a pet owner description talks more about kind of an overall marketing description having to do with the brand itself. Like, is it a raw food brand? Is it a supplement brand? Things like that. It doesn't get into specifics as to the actual items or products or so forth that are a part of that program. They don't find that out until they actually visit you. So it's just, let's say, for instance, you were enrolled in a primal program. It's just primal frequent buyer program. Primal, creates, XYZ, like raw foods and so forth. They come into your store and then they'll be able to, see the items that you have. There also is going to be a way for them to visit your webpage ahead of time. So if you have information about the specifics that your store carries, they can go there and explore it beforehand as well. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, sharing the love. So you do not have to participate in sharing the love to be a part of the Store Locator. We do recommend that you do, because I'm going to show you in just a minute how that's going to look to people. So those of you that are doing sharing the love, you're going to love this. That don't know what I'm talking about, I can go over it really quickly. But it's another free platform on Astro. So if you're friendly with shelters and rescues in your area, I definitely recommend that you look into it. But yeah, there is going to be a way for people to find the retailers participating in sharing the love very easy on the Store Locator. All right. So a big thing that came up was just emails. Like, why are email addresses being collected? So the main reason, I'll just point this out real quick, is just so we can cross-reference the database and make sure that we're not getting people signing up for more than one account. Now, the other part was people are hesitant about giving their email addresses away because they don't know if it's going to create spam in their inbox. Now, we've been stressing this from the get. you own your customer list and all the customer contact information that is collected by Astro. You are the only one, and that means you and your staff, people that work for you, are the only ones that can freely email or text your customers. Customers only receive emails from Astro, and we only do this on your behalf, okay? So if you opt in, like if a brand has published a coupon in Astro, we do require that you opt in order to be a part of it. Or if a customer redeems a Sharing the Love Adoption bundle that contains a bounce back coupon. So that's the only time that a customer is going to get an email that is from Astro, but is on your behalf, basically telling them to go to your store to get something. And then Astro does not sell your customers' email addresses, period. We would never do that. We think that's gross and icky. We want this to be something that they feel safe to be a part of. Yes. Oh yeah, I'll touch on that in just a second, Rhonda. So let's see. We can talk about that in just a moment. Okay, so you do not have to be subscribed to the marketing suite to be part of the Store Locator. So this is, again, it's completely free. There's nothing that you have to do on the outside to be a part of this. Now, another thing that came up, so we had a retailer tell us that they already offer a new customer discount, and they give it to their customers on their second visit, which I thought was really interesting. But, and we had another retailer say that they already have another discount set up in their point of sale where, you know, if they create a new pet owner account like in Astro, they just automatically in their point of sale, they give them a discount. So they already have a system in place that they're doing manually. So my response to this is if you already do something along these lines, then you could pair it with Astro. So the discount within Astro isn't automatically being pushed into your point of sale unless there could be integration with this down the line, but right now it is going to be a manual thing. So if you already have something built into your point of sale, awesome. That can be paired with Astro. Now, Astro just gives you a way to better track who has claimed and who has redeemed. So that's that. All right, so thanks for coming. Now, I'm not ending this now. I just wanted to end this part. I'm going to show you guys some live pages so you can see. Let's circle back to what Rhonda asked. So Rhonda asked, can Astro make a print friendly handout that talks about the sharing the love? It would be great to stuff in bags. Now, we are working on assets. So a lot of this was inspired by your peers. So we have seen retailers create flyers, postcards, all manner of things, and they don't stuff them in bags, but what they do is them and they give them to their friends in rescue, or they drop them off at their local shelters. So, you know, at our store, we were friends with a lot of fosters, whether that was fostering for an established rescue or so forth. And we would just, you know, give them a stack of information, like a little flyers and things, just little printed handouts that they could give to a new pet owner after they adopted. So that became a really big help. All right, so let me cancel. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. All right, so I'm not going to be able to see the chat when I do this, but I will bounce back and forth if any questions come up. All right, so this right here is the Store Locator. So right now you're able to go in, you can search by country, you can search by state, you can put in, or if you select Canada, you can search by province, or you can search by zip. So if I go in and I do that and I hit fetch, now I put in Atlanta. All right, so here's all the pins that show up, all the retailers in this area that have opted in. We can zoom out, we can zoom in. Now, this doesn't show like my location. So they'll still kind of have to move around to be like, okay, this is my neighborhood over here. that kind of thing. Oh, this store is right up the street. If they mouse over it, they're going to be able to see the store's name. This arrow over here will create a list so they can see a list of stores rather than having to go around and look at pins. As you can see, the stores that are doing Sharing the Love will have Sharing the Love icons on their tab. So I'm in the live page right now. Okay, so just so you guys know. And then let's see, if I click on, like, let's say I want to look at this retailer, this is what it's going to show. Now you can customize this. So it'll show what you choose it to show. So we have the logo, whether they're in Sharing the Love, a button so you can view the whole page, and then it's going to have location information, phone number, email. If we click View Landing Page, it's going to take us to this specific page. So we have their address information. Over here, you can plug in your social media stuff. So if the icon is showing up, that means it's plugged in. If they click on Facebook, it'll take them to your Facebook account, stuff like that. Over here, we have links to download the app. Up here, where it says coming soon, now this is not live yet, so nobody can log in and nobody can join. Now, if you already have a customer that's set up with you that already has a pet owner account, and let's say they do not want to download the app, they can still go here where it says to log in, and they can see the exact same information that's displayed on the app on their browser. So they can see their frequent buyer cards, they can see their pets information, they can add pet information, they can opt in or out to your email list, all of that. So they're going to have the same functionality on browser as they do on the app. If they scroll down, they'll be able to see offers and so forth. So the page will default to the offer section if you do offers. If you do Sharing the Love and frequent buyer, it'll default first to Sharing the Love. And if you just do frequent buyer, it'll show just frequent buyer. If you only do, so let's say you only do offers, they're not going to see these other two menus. So we're not going to display anything that you haven't signed up for. So that is what the consumer will see. And I'll show you how you can see what they see and how you can customize. So right now I'm logged in as an admin user into one of our demo accounts. So if you go to Actions and you go to where it says My Astro Landing Page, I know I've been saying web page, but we're now calling it landing page. You're going to see where you can customize. So up here at the top is going to give you a preview of what the customizable section looks like on your page. So your header. So this is going to have, what social media and contact icons are displayed, how your logo is displayed, all of that. If you want to view the full page, you can click the button to view the full page. Now down here is where you customize. So over here, if you do not want to be part of the store locator, you just check that box. That's it. Right? If you want to be on it, make sure it's not checked. That's it. And then down here, we have a checklist for you. So if the check is green, that means that you have information filled in. But do double check it if you haven't edited this page in a while. So when you click on the first part, address and contact, that's where you can add your website and your contact email. So your contact email is going to be the email address that you want customers to use if they have questions for you. Okay, so it's not, your admin email login. It can be, but you want it to be what you want them to use to email you. And then you have your logo, and we're going to give a recommendation of size. So 200 by 70 is going to be a minimum. And you can click where it says to choose, and then you can add it. I do recommend a .png file with the background transparent. But even if you don't have something like that, because it's a white background up here, you're not going to see any weird boxing around it. Social media, there you go. So you're going to need to put in the full URL. Okay, so when you save this, when you have everything filled in, if you don't have Twitter, just don't fill it in. Anything you don't have, just don't fill it in and it won't show up. After you save it, I do recommend that you go and you view your landing page and you test everything. Up here, you can test it too. If you click on one of these guys, you'll be able to see if the link works. And then you have an option to choose default. Now, like I said before, if you do not choose the default landing page, now this is the page that your customers will see when they click on you on the Store Locator. If you do offers, it'll default to offers. If you do sharing the love, but you don't do offers, it'll default to sharing the love, and so forth. On here, it gives you the option as to what page you would prefer them to see. All right, so now because this check mark right here is not green, it just means that there's fields here that are missing. But if you're done, you're fine. Now, this part over here is a way for you to either copy the link. So this right here is the embed logo for Astro Frequent Buyer and Offers. So it's the same thing as them going to your page. So if you want to share that link, let's say you want to share that link on Facebook, you can click that and you can do that. If you want to embed it onto your website, you can click where it says copy code. It'll copy it to your clipboard and then you can embed that logo. Down here is the sharing the love page. So if you embed this or if you share this link, it'll take them directly to the sharing the love section of your page. All right, so again, that's under actions, My Astro Landing Page. Now, the rest of the customization you're going to see soon. When we add the discount, there's going to be a way for you to opt into the discount and then a way subsequently where you can choose what discount you wish to apply. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to go back here. Right. Alrighty. So, okay, let's see what Kim asked. So, is this, okay, so the landing page stuff. So is this only if we enroll in the My Petties local campaign or just in Astro in general? So the cool thing with the landing page is you can opt out of being part of the Store Locator, but you still have that page that you can share it wherever you like. So if you go to like where you can copy the URL or share it to Facebook, you can choose to publish that page wherever you want to. You don't have to have it be part of the Store Locator. So if you opt out of the Store Locator, it doesn't take your page away. So you'll still be able to do whatever you like with it. All right, so there were a couple questions that came through about the survey and not being able to see the survey. I do believe the survey is still live. It was emailed to all admin users on your account. And it should be, there was Astro in the subject line. It could have gone to maybe a spam folder. If you did not see it come to your direct folder, I think we are still accepting responses from that. I don't believe we've shut it off. So, so yeah, I can check and see if there's a way for me to resend it to those who have not applied without disrupting the responses. So yeah, I can look into that. But yeah, check your spam folder. It went out, gosh, I can't remember exactly when. I think it was the beginning of the wire, I want to say. All right, so I want to share this with you. So this is My Petties local page, so I can show you what I mean by this real quick. All right, so the My Petties local page, this is kind of a separate page from Astro. It's a completely different URL, a completely different place. This is where we have all of the My Petties local related things, including the Store Locator. So this is where we're going to be directing pet owners to. to get them to shop locally. So they're going to come here, they're going to click locate your store, and that's going to take them to this page here, where they can enter their zip code or their state and so forth and find retailers. And as you can see up here, they can also filter for just those that do sharing the love in that specific zip code that they enter. There is some descriptions on here, like we talk about sharing the love, what it is, what it's all about, how it works. There is a video, all of that. There's multiple links to get them to the Store Locator to learn about it. We have a couple sections on, so like the home section does go into why shop at Indie Pet. This section also goes into some of the details on that, some of our talking points as to, why it's important to shop locally, some of the benefits to that. We are adding an additional landing page that talks about the benefits specifically to frequent buyer. We have our swag store that we're starting to get up. So we have a couple designs in here already. So we have, we're calling this one Magical Pets Eat Local. So one of our very own Astro employees created this design. She's a graphic illustrator. So this is Cassie Bauer. You guys probably have talked to her at least one point or another if you've ever submitted a ticket to Astro. So she manages our support desk. So she created this design here with some of the actual pets of Astro featured. So this is my dog Huxley, some of our cats, that's Dinky, that's Kim's dog Dinky. So there's a lot of things there. So we have line drawing versions of it, and then we do have full-blown like t-shirts and tank tops of it as well that are fully filled in and illustrated. So yeah, so there's more things coming there. And then we do have an about section that we're putting together that you can go through. And then there is a subscribe. So the subscribe is going to be how they can subscribe to a blog, things like that. That's going to be, educational content around, health, holistic health, and all of that, and so forth. So there's a lot of information that's going to be shared there. All right. All right. So another question that came up, we have, all right, so Kim asked, so will we show on a Store Locator on Astro only if we participate in the local campaign or sharing the love? We're enrolled in lots of sale offers every month. Perfect. Okay. So if you do anything on Astro, so frequent buyer, offers, sharing the love, it is going to be displayed on your landing page. So if you're curious as to what your specific landing page looks like, log into your Astro account and then go to actions and go down to the top where it says My Astro Landing Page, and then you'll be able to preview your page there just by clicking the button that says preview. And it'll show you exactly what's going to be on there. Yeah, totally. So Astro, so the sharing the love stuff and the My Pets Local merch on that page I just showed you. So Astro is the one that's putting together the designs and publishing them up there. So we found a company that allows for a pay to print. So there isn't any warehouse anywhere that contains a bunch of merchandise. We basically we have the design, we choose the item to have it printed on, and then when somebody comes to purchase it, they'll be able to receive that item printed, especially for them. Now we are talking about ways of adding customizable merch. So this was inspired by several of our retailers that do custom tote bags for sharing the love. So we have, I know Bush Pet Products did it, a couple other that escape my name right now, or my mind. So they had their own canvas bags made that say sharing the love, and then they have their store logo on it. and they're super cute. And whenever a new pet owner comes in that adopted, they can stuff their new items into that. So that's where that idea came from. So we do want a way for you to be able, yeah, Firehouse, exactly. They do that too. So we do want a way for you to be able to create your own things that, you know, if a customer is walking around your town, it'll have a really nice, you know, your logo on it, your store's name on it, something along those lines, and just a really fun way to promote yourselves. And it also gives that customer a keepsake, especially if they're doing sharing the love. It gives them a keepsake and a memento of that day, which is an exciting day. It's an adoption day, and they came to your store, you had a great conversation, lots of puppy pets and doggy pets and so forth, lots of free things. And now every time they see that bag, they're going to remember that day. Ooh, awesome question. So Renee asked, could birds be added as well? We work with a local parrot rescue. So yes, we do have plans for that. So we want to add birds. We want to add horses. We have, you know, small animals have already been added to it. So right now we have dogs, cats, hamsters, guinea pigs. I think rats are on there. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, chinchillas. So yes, there's going to be more soon. So we do have brands on Astro that do have bird food, like seeds and so forth. And we're getting new brands coming on every day. So if you work with, so Renee, like if your store carries, you know, parrot supplies, and there's a new love that you're like, God, this would be like all the parrots in the world need to be on this food. All right. What we suggest is you either A, let us know who that is so we can reach out to them. If somebody with that company that you're friendly with, you can reach out to them and let them know a little bit about sharing the love. So we do have, like if you go to astroloyalty.com and you click on sharing the love, there's a bunch of information about the program on there. Sharing the love is completely free. Astro does not charge retailers to sign up for it. Brands do not pay for it. Distributors do not pay for it. It is 100% free platform. So if there's a parrot company out there, some food, and they want to give like a bag of that food away, or some treats, or little, you know, beak scratchy things, anything, they can be a part of it. No problem. Oh yes. So to reiterate, anybody who's registered for this, you are going to get a link to the recording when we're done. And it also automatically replays when it ends. So if you miss the beginning, just hang out for a second and just give the page time to load, and it'll rewind to the beginning. So you'll be able to see anything that you missed. All right. So let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed here. So I guess the main takeaway is that the Store Locator is coming. My Pet Eats Local is coming. We are still in beta. The My Pet Eats, or the My Astro Landing Page is up. You are able to customize it, so you can add your social media links, you can add your logo, you can do all that. The login, so the pet owner login, if they already have an account with you, and the sign up, we're shooting to go live with that after July 4th. So it'll be sometime in July. So the big part that we're working on right now is we are working on a way for you guys to be able to opt in to the discount. Because before we're just going to have it, you know, if you opt into the Store Locator, you automatically opt into the discount, but we wanted to give you more options. So we're adding a way for you to opt into the discount, and we're adding a way for you to choose the specific discount that you wish to offer. Now, is this going to be a basic discount like 10%, 15, or 20, and the general terminology is going to be off of your first visit. So that can translate however you wish to. And you are able to opt out at any time. So, if you sign up, this is great. I don't want to do that. Go to that section where you customize and just opt out. And you can also opt out if you choose you don't want to do it anymore. All right, so good question. So Jeff asks, how is Astro marketing sharing the love? So the big thing that we're going to, one of the big reasons why we created both My Petty's Local and the Store Locator is to help us market sharing the love. So the next step here is to share this. So we're going to have ways for rescues to get involved. So right now we really are relying on you guys to build that relationship with the rescues in your area. So, and many of you do have relationships with rescues around you. So you're letting them know, like, hey, we're part of this platform, send somebody who adopted to us and we'll look out for them. So now, because we have a Store Locator and we have sharing the love featured on My Petty's Local, we're to start communicating more strongly with 501c3, that's important, 501c3 rescues and shelters, and let them know, hey, here's all the stores in your area that do this. And you can share this link, you can embed onto your site, you can send it out in your mailers, you can share it with your fosters, all of that, and give people that have adopted from you a fantastic head start in their new home. So that's going to be a big part of it. Right now, we're going to be starting off with social media campaigns, email campaigns, reaching out to people directly, like rescues and shelters. And then we do hope to do live events someday. So whether that is, hosting adoption events or, having, there was talks about doing some sort of like Ace Ventura Pet Detective screening / adoption event, which would be fun. Things like that. They're just a way for like community to come together and whatnot. So yeah, there's lots of ideas out there. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right. Any other? Oh yeah, actually, let me share this with you real quick. So I do have some links to our knowledge base. So we have a new section in our knowledge base that is dedicated to My Petty's Local. So there's 2 articles within this now. One of them is a frequently asked questions and one of them is an overview. So that'll take you to that section. And then I do have the landing page set up. So let me give you that link as well. So if you go here, that will take you to instructions on how to customize your landing page and how to share that landing page. If you want to go get a head start and do that yourself, you're welcome to. And don't worry about the whole coming soon in the top right. Once everything is live and been tested thoroughly, that will become active. So both your current customers will be able to log in and view their cards. So another thing that we're trying to combat with this, for one, the main goal is to bring new customers to you. The other goal with this particular landing page is to give your customers either a way to keep track of what's going on at your store specifically. So we want them to see that they have frequent buyer cards. We want to see how close they are to completing them. So we want to help you get those cards completed. Right? So because if the cards are getting completed, it means that your customers are repeatedly coming into your store and purchasing things. So one thing that we're really surprised by is how many frequent buyer cards are started, but not completed, or they're abandoned for, a period of time. So we want people to go in there and be like, I have a freaking buyer card for fill in the blank. Like, holy crap, I didn't know that. And I'm like 4 punches away from a free thing. That's awesome. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to, make some purchases, that kind of thing. So awareness is key. We want your current customers to be aware of what's going on at your store so they don't miss anything. And then we want customers that are brand new to shopping local or don't shop local regularly enough, or they're not part of any sort of loyalty program, to sign up with one with you. So this isn't one of those things where it's like somebody signs up for Astro Loyalty and they can go to any store that they want and, get punches added to their cards willy-nilly. They get an account at your store and they get punches added at your store. That's it. So, yeah. All right. So if there aren't any other questions, I can let you all go. Yeah. And thank you guys, because we take this feedback very seriously. It helps us make decisions on where we're going to go and how we're going to do things. We are very flexible. So if you guys speak up, we listen. And our programmers are quick. They can get stuff added ridiculously quickly. So yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for being part of our community. And I hope y'all have an enjoyable day. And if you missed the beginning, just hang on and it'll start replaying. Okay? Thanks, y'all. Y'all take care.